Hi viewers, this is Sri Ramulu. So today's topic is very important for the examination. This question mostly comes in the paper. So see what is the question. Photoelectric effect. So photoelectric effect definition is see first. The emission of electron from a metal plate when it is illuminated by light or any other radiations of suitable wavelength or frequency is called as electric effect. Here emission means electron has to come from the atom, okay, from metal plate. Why? Because metal, it is a metal plate containing the many number of atoms. When light falls on this metal plate, this light energy will be absorbed by the electrons in atom, then that electron come outside. So but for all the frequency, suppose it is an incident light having the certain frequency, so for all the frequencies it cannot, electron cannot come outside. For a suitable frequency, electrons can come outside. That suitable frequency generally we called here threshold frequency. That is I will explain in this chapter later. And see here, the emitted electrons are called photoelectrons. Electrons which are emitted in this process are called photoelectron, and a current due to these electrons is called photocurrent. Okay, and see the diagram side, it is given. So this diagram, it is what, it is completely in experimental arrangement that is explained. See first, a simple experimental arrangement to study the photoelectric effect is shown in figure. It is a simple experiment. The apparatus consists of two photosensitive surfaces A and B. What are those photosensitive surfaces? It is one metal and it is another metal. So these are called photosensitive metals. But the apparatus consists of two photosensitive surfaces A and B enclosed in evacuated quartz bulb. So it is a quartz, completely quartz glass. Inside it, what is present? A and B metal present. It is evacuated means it's inside air is pumped out, sent out. The plate A is connected to the negative terminal of potential battery. So it is no need to say potential. It is a negative terminal is connected to the battery. That's it only, not potential batteries, just battery only. It is enough. Okay, so A plate is connected to, so this plate is connected to what? It is connected to directly negative terminal like this. Okay, while the plate B is connected to the positive terminal through a galvanometer or microammeter. See, it is connected to the what? It is connected to the positive terminal through galvanometer. So either we connect here galvanometer or microammeter. So why? Because galvanometer or microammeter we use to measure the current for very low current. So that is why microammeter or galvanometer is connected. And here see, this is a rheostat. It is called rheostat. Rheostat means variable resistance. Rheostat means variable resistance. So that means in this path, what is in this path? One resistor is connected. In the absence of any light, there is no flow of current and hence there is no deflection in the galvanometer. Here suppose light is not falling like this, then what happens? It cannot produce any electron. So when it cannot produce any electron, this galvanometer cannot show any deflections. But when a monochromatic light is allowed to fall on a plate A, current starts flowing in the circuit which is indicated by galvanometer. Okay, monochromatic light here. Monochromatic light means single wavelength light. So when it is allowed to fall on it, then what happens? Then electrons start ejecting. So means electrons producing will start. The current is known as photocurrent. See, that current is known as photocurrent. This shows that when light falls on the metallic surface, electrons are ejected. So that means this process shows that when light falls on the metal surface, then they gives electron. Next, characteristics of photoelectrons. So there are the four characteristics are there. So let me explain one by one them. First characteristic is the effect of potential difference. So effect of potential difference means if you change the voltage, if you change the potential difference, then how does changes occur in photoelectrons or current? Okay, that is we have to see. For a given photometallic surface A, keeping the intensity and the frequency of the incident radiations are fixed. Here, intensity and frequency we should not change for the incident radiations, means incident light. Keep them fixed, constant. Let us consider the effect of potential difference between the plates. Let us consider the effect of means what happens when potential changes. When positive potential of the plate B is increased, photoelectric current also increases. What? When potentials of B, positive potential. Why it is positive potential? See the diagram. Okay. So B is generally connected to positive terminal. So that is why if you increase the potential, its positivity increases, right? Okay, if you increase its potential means its positivity increases only. When its positivity increases, electron which are emitting from the metal plate A, they are negative and they will be readily attracted by this plate. So that is why we have to increase its positive potential. See, it is connected to plus. Next, if the positive potential is further increased such that it is large enough to collect all the photoelectrons emitted from plate A. So again, if you increase the positive potential of plate B, then what happens? It is more positive. Okay, then electron which are coming from the A plate, it starts collecting all the electrons and it shows a maximum current. Okay, maximum photocurrent. The photoelectric current reaches a certain maximum value. This value of current is known as saturation current. The maximum value of current is called saturation current. If the potential difference is kept zero, it is observed that the photoelectric current still flows in the same direction. See what is happening? If you make the potential of plate B zero, means you are not applying any potential, positive potential, making it zero, then also what happens? Certain amount of current is flowing. This shows that incident radiations not only provides a conducting path, but in addition electromagnetic force to the electrons. Here, so already we have seen the diagram. It is a plate, it is a B plate. B is connected to the positive terminal of a battery and it is connected to the negative terminal of a battery. And light falling on the A plate only. A plate, what happens? It produces electrons. Electrons are absorbed by this one when it is more positive. When its potential is zero, then what happens? Electrons are produced. Okay, and those electrons can penetrate and travels towards the galvanometer, and galvanometer can show the current. Okay, so that is, see, this is diagram. Okay, so how at the beginning, if we increase the potential in this direction, here we have take current. What happens? Slowly increases and reaches maximum value. If you decrease the potential and make it zero, then potential never zero. It shows a certain current. Again, if you increase the negative potential, then what happens? This current starts slowly decreasing and finally zero. Where it is 0, at which voltage, negative voltage, the current is 0, that negative voltage is called stopping potential or cutoff potential. That is given here. See, if the potential of plate B is made negative, the photo current does not drop immediately to 0 but flows in the same direction as per positive potential. Okay, what I said just now. Okay. So A plate produces electron and B it starts attracting. Even though its potential 0, then also electrons produced here and also flows through the galvanometer. This shows that photoelectrons are emitted from the plate A with a finite velocity. So certain velocity, finite means known velocity. If the negative or retarding, either retarding or negative both are give the same meaning. Retarding means decreasing. Negative potential is further increase negative potential. Okay, when increase negative potential in this direction, further increased, the photocurrent decreases and finally 0 at a particular value. See, photocurrent finally 0 at a particular value, of negative potential, that is. The negative potential of plate B at which photoelectric current becomes 0 is called cutoff potential or stopping potential. That is called cutoff potential or stopping potential. It is denoted by V naught. Next, second characteristics, effect of intensity of incident radiation. What is its effect? So how does change intensity, okay, to the photoelectric current? Let us consider effect of intensity of incident radiations of same frequency. Frequency here we have to keep it as same frequency. Figure shows that the variation of photocurrent as a function of potential difference between the two plates for different intensities of incident radiations. See here, it is at a different intensities of incident radiations. Diagram is given, graph is given. If the intensity of incident radiation is increased from I2 to I, means making it double at the beginning. So let the graph has come like this. Again, if increase its intensity double, then you may get another graph like this. And again, if increase intensity, again you can get this graph. Experiment is repeated. Then photoelectric current increases in the same ratio for all the incident radiation. Same ratio means how the intensity increases, current also increases. That is the meaning of this. As a V is made negative. So same thing what I have done, what I have explained in the previous one. Main negative means for negative potential if you apply. Photoelectric current decreases sharply and reaches 0 at the same value of voltage V naught. That is the stopping potential. So here, if you decrease the potential, the current slowly decreases, and again if you at a 0 potential, current shows a certain value. Again, if you increase the negative potential, it starts decreasing and finally 0 at a particular negative voltage. Okay, where a negative voltage, the current is 0, that negative voltage is we call simply stopping potential or cutoff potential. And stopping potential is same for different intensities. So that means intensity of incident radiation doesn't depends on stopping potential. It is independent. The stopping potential is independent of the intensity of incident radiations and the saturation current. Okay, and on saturation current is also not depending. It is saturation current. Why? Maximum constant current is called saturation. For this intensity is saturation. For this intensity it is a saturation. For this it is a saturation. Okay, so saturation current also doesn't depends on V naught. Next, third, effect of frequency of incident radiations. When the emitting surface and intensity of incident radiations are constant, so if you keep the intensity and a emitting surface, okay, means metal plate, are constant, Figure shows that variation of stopping potential with the frequency of incident radiation. So this figure is here frequency is taken and stopping potential on y-axis is taken. The graph shows that at a frequency nu naught, the stopping potential is 0. Okay, at nu naught, stopping potential is 0. The frequency nu naught is known as threshold frequency. The photoelectric effect occurs above this frequency. So just if you increase the frequency just to more than this, then photoelectric effect will occur. Otherwise, below this frequency it cannot occur. Threshold frequency is defined as minimum frequency nu naught of the incident radiation, so which can cause photoelectric emission is called threshold frequency. Okay. If you are increasing slowly frequency at a particular frequency, what happens? Electrons comes outside from the photometal. This process, this frequency is known as threshold frequency, and corresponding wavelength to this frequency is called threshold wavelength. It is denoted by lambda naught. Threshold frequency is nu naught, lambda naught is threshold wavelength. So at that wavelength only, what happens? Electrons will be ejected from the metal surface. And next, effect of photometal. So figure shows this figure shows a graph between stopping potential and a frequency of number of photometals. So here this side number of photometals are taken and this side stopping potential taken. It is clear from the figure that all the lines have the same slope, but their interaction with the frequency axis are different. So all the lines are having the same slope, but their meeting point on the frequency axis are different. So here. So different at different points, they are intersecting. Thus we conclude that threshold frequency is a function of photometal. Okay. So that means for different metals, threshold frequency is also different. That is the meaning of this. Okay. So for one metals, what you get a threshold frequency, it is not same for other metals such as sodium or whatever it is. Okay. So threshold frequency is different for different metals. Okay. So this diagram is for this concept only. Okay friends, thank you. Don't forget watching this video till the end and subscribing. Thank you.